And we're live. And I'm in the living room today, not the kitchen. So welcome to the different location. Hello, everyone. I can see one person in the chat. Hello, Laney, at being first. Hope you're well. We'll just wait around, see if anyone else joins us when they get notifications. No, my phone hasn't gone. And Stu is here as well.
Hello.
A lovely long introduction of how he is.
Fine.
Yeah. So this week we're moving to 1984.
Yeah. After you standardly said last week, I said that we're going to do one for each year, and you were like, "Oh no," because they're all in like there's 3 per year. Only one for 1983. I think you're fine.
Is there?
Yeah, because this is 1984.
Oh, all right. So there was one in 1983, but 1984 has
still counts. Still counts.
Yeah. So yeah, we are moving on to this. Now that's what I call music too. Again, not the real album, just a prop.
What's the actual album you got in there?
It is a one which comes. Oh, it's a one which I've dropped and probably scratched a bit. It's a one which comes free with hold on.
A newspaper.
News of the World.
When you're
see what's on it. Compilation. Does it say? It does. It actually doesn't tell you who's on it. So no, I don't know who's on it. Sorry. If you're just coming to the chat, please say hello in the side chat, and we'll welcome you into our new live stream for this week. All right, I say we go into 1983 for now 2.
No, 1984.
All right, we're going to 1984.
Stop getting now wrong.
Stop getting now wrong. Okay, don't you? So we're going to 1984, which for now 2. All these numbers are confusing. So 1984 for
You're
now
literally an
2.
accountant.
Yeah. I work in accounts. I deal with numbers all day. It doesn't mean I get them right. If anyone from work's watching. Right. So now 2, 1984 was released on the 26th of March, 1984. So it's songs obviously up to March, but it's also the back end of 1983 as well, because you'll see when we go through the songs. But before I move on, I think Stu has got some apologies. If you can remember who he insulted last week.
Well, we didn't have any contact this week, but definitely not apologising to UB40. That's all I can say this week.
I don't know why. See, and Sharon hasn't come in, and you wonder why. Hello, big heads, for joining us this evening. So, shall we move on to song 1?
Why not?
Shall we get started? Obviously, we think attendance figures are going to be down, viewing figures are going to be down this week, just because there's a little known program with a couple of Geordies on. But why would you want to watch 2 Geordies when you can listen to 2 Magnums there?
Who's on? Well, the other Geordies are on.
I don't know. Someone, I'm positive it was some lad. He's got to get massive He looks a bit like Frankenstein. Positive he's blinded as a kid and then later turned to drink.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah.
And painkillers, allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. We can get away with anything as long as you say allegedly.
I don't know if that's a legal thing. You can get away with anything as long as you say allegedly.
We'll have to ask someone who we know is a lawyer.
Yeah. It may be too late by then.
Yeah. So the first song on Now 2 is Radio Gaga by Queen. Brilliant song.
What's a song? Yeah.
Great band, great song, and it's just unbelievable. Now, I know there's not many in the chat, but if you could think of one memory for this, everyone will probably say the same.
Colchester Zoo.
What?
No, I don't know.
Colchester Zoo. Yeah, they played in the lion enclosure. No, what would... Right, I'll write it down. People write it in the chat. I haven't got a piece of paper I can write it down on. I will write it on my hand. So if people write their memory of this, yeah. Oh, YouTube's playing. Right. Yeah. Leonie said it there. Epic song, epic band, Live Aid is my memory. And it's the same for me. That's what I have wrote. Live Aid. Would you say the same, Stu?
Yeah. Do you know it's weird though, because I really like Queen, but they kind of I kind of forgot about all the cool stuff that they did until the film Bohemian Rhapsody came out again. And then you remember everything that they did, and you're like, oh, that is cool. Actually, they were a really good band. I think they kind of became a bit of a kind of a band that some people try not to like, if you get what I mean. But actually, like, you cannot help but rock out to the songs.
Oh no, it is brilliant. Absolutely. And I think Live Aid, they owned that. They were the main memory, not just this song, but just the Queen performance during Live Aid is the most memorable thing, I think, during the whole day.
Yeah.
Not even Phil Collins traveling across and doing the 2 concerts or anything like that. Or it just
did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he done a. I don't know if he opened or he was a second act. He was one of the early acts in the UK, and then he flew across, I think, on Concorde to Philadelphia, and was an act over there. So he done it on like 2 broadcasts as well.
Sure. Yeah, because nothing screams out giving money to the poor like flying on Concorde to do a second show.
Yeah. Well, it was like who was that?
Imagine if you put that money. I mean, how much was the flight on Concorde, do you reckon? I'm going to Google it.
I don't know. But did you know if you flew from Concorde in London at 9 o'clock, you arrived in New York at 8 o'clock? So you gained an hour going that way. So you actually travelled back in time. Back to the future.
I remember that thing. Yeah. You also used to get people telling stories of how they put in like a briefcase at a certain like height. All businessmen, they put a briefcase in the side compartment. They didn't have like compartments in the seats in front, apparently. They were all in the side. And they put a briefcase in there, and it was like a hard plastic thing. But because of the height, it would shrink, so they wouldn't be able to get the stuff out of the compartment again.
All right.
12, right, here you go. Business class.
Mm-hmm.
He
would have been in cattle class. What you talk business class? He would have been at the back with all the peasants.
Yeah, it gets worse. So it goes up to $12,000.
Friggin' hell! And he would have gotten that seat.
Yeah, so $12,000, and he could have given the money at the Live Aid.
Yeah, and Laney's just said Noel Edmonds took him to Heathrow. That must have been like it was helicopter.
You wouldn't pick us up. It what?
What you saying, Stu?
What did you say?
I'm saying Noel Edmonds took him to Heathrow in his helicopter from Wembley.
Well, this is just polluting the whole world.
Yeah. So we can blame climate change basically on Phil Collins and Noel Edmonds now. Then.
Mm-hmm.
So. Well, I've just had my notification through that we've gone live. So after 8 minutes, we've gone live, even though we've been live for 8 minutes. Good old YouTube.
People can just join in.
Yeah, people can just join in.
Join in when you know the words.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said about this, it's just so memorable. Oh, hiya, Mr. Diggs. We're just talking about. We're just on. I think I'm going to have to go about this a couple of times when people join in from watching different stuff. Now 2, we're on track 1, which was Queen's Radio Gaga. I don't know if you've seen anything before, but what is your memory of this song, Mr. Diggs? Adrian.
What was it? Live Aid?
Stop spoiling it, Stu.
Well, I guess Cultures Zoo the first time.
Well, yeah, but you would have known Live Aid because that was the thing. And like Lainey says, she's just recently watched Bohemian Rhapsody, which you said, and it like brings it all back, gives you chills, like because that concert just like it's just all the people like Radio Gaga, Radio Goo Goo. It's brilliant.
Do you reckon that it was because it's funny. You see a lot of their record-breaking shows. Like they did one. Was it in Rio de Janeiro where they did their record-breaking show, and it was like to 120,000 or 250,000 or something stupid like that. They did a massive show in Brazil. Out it was like one of the open air concerts, and they had the biggest like crowd like ever at that concert.
Are you not thinking of the Rolling Stones?
No, I'm sure it was Queen.
Unless,
they had a huge concert somewhere around, and they were massive in America, weren't they? Like the like sellout tours and stuff in America as well. Do you reckon that they had like as big a crowd in this country?
Well, I think Live Aid like they were on the wane, like because Bohemian Rhapsody sort of blurs the line between reality and fiction type thing, and I think they were on like the way down when they took Live Aid.
Yeah,
and that sort of like went bang and then propelled them.
Yeah, like a bit of nostalgia because they'd been out of the scene for a while, hadn't they?
Yeah, because they were a band which come around in the 70s. So
yeah,
different.
They're like different sound to anyone else. You know, they're pretty distinctive, aren't they?
Well, his voice.
But even the songs, a lot of them were kind of like they sounded like Americanized rock, didn't they, compared to a lot of other British bands?
Yeah, yeah. But I must say they were far and away a brilliant band.
What's your favourite song by them?
I don't know. See, this one, and I don't know if it's just a memory of that, but then Bohemian Rhapsody, when he just does sing, like, that. There's also Somebody to Love.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant song. We Are the Champions, which is always played when you win something. We Will Rock.
Yeah, that annoys me, that song, though.
What, We Are the
Because
Champions?
everyone just uses it for, like, oh, it's annoying.
Yeah. I think it has been overused though as well.
That's the trouble.
It is like one of them songs where it's sometimes like chart songs now. You hear a song, you think, oh, that's quite good, and then it's just played and played and played, and it just totally ruins it for you.
It's like a couple of Coldplay ones as well. You know, they're used like commercially, aren't they? The songs. So then,
yeah.
And then you get fed up with them, even though they're actually really good songs.
Yeah, but it was like that. Can you remember the Moby? Was it Moby Play?
Mm-hmm.
They had an album with like Play, and I think something like 9 or 10 songs off the album were used in commercials. It was basically like, here's my sellout album. And the songs were brilliant, but they just got overused.
Did you come to see Moby in Newcastle?
No.
They played at Northumbria Uni, and I went with a fellow friend of ours, James. We went along to watch it. There was a group of us went along to watch it. It was the weirdest like gig because like it's not proper like dancey music.
Yeah,
it's nothing that you rock out to. There was just a lot of kind of people stood around with their arms folded, just nodding along like, "Oh yes, this is really good." Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's no real words to sing along to.
Yeah, there's nothing to actually bubble onto. So it's a really weird gig. Yeah, and everyone was like just stood there watching it. Like it would have been even better if you'd been able to just sit. Do you know what I mean? If there'd been seats there. You would have been all right with that, like you're watching an orchestra. Because I mean, he's all over the stage and he has all different people, like as part, coming in and off, doing their little bit. But just the weirdest, like you're just watching this little bald guy in the middle of the stage, and then you look up from James and you see Moby. So yeah, it was like a weird person. But yeah, he's too commercial, Moby, wasn't he, at one point?
Yeah,
like,
you went very commercial.
People just jump on the bandwagon for it and then go for it. But I think Queen are kind of like that, like some of the songs are used for stuff, but that We Are the Champions is the one that's overused for everything.
Yeah.
But Radio Gaga's a quality song.
Radio Gaga's a brilliant song. I Want to Break Free. The video for that's brilliant, where they're all like, it's a bit Madness-esque, where he's like dressed up as a woman hoovering, and there's another one dressed up as the mom, and it's quite madness, if you know what I mean, like a Madness song. But the video for this, there's snippets of them intermittent between like the full playlist, like the clips of the film Metropolis. It's like a 1930s film. It's just clips of that, which has gone in. But
no, it's a good song, good one to start off the album with as well. You know, when we were talking about like some of them, how like some of them are current hits, like like they're hoping they're gonna be hits or past hits, that thing. This one's a big shout to come out on your first song, isn't it? On the album.
Yeah. And as well, I would say this album is such an improvement on the last one. The last one we didn't. There was quite a few songs we didn't know on and I don't know if it's our age or it's just they never become as popular or died out.
Yeah.
But this one, pretty much a lot of the songs are like big hits, you know. So
Well, it's the first album you can understand, like you know, that maybe all the big names didn't want to put their names on the first one. They didn't know how it was going to go, like a compilation album.
yeah,
But this one's got some big hitters on there.
Yeah.
And they're funny. Some of the songs I don't. Either one, like I always forget like the name of artists and the name of songs. But once I hear a song, I like them. And I was listening to this earlier on, and this whole album, and like maybe like 7 or 8 of the first record were like, oh yeah, I love this song. Do you know like you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah. Well,
solid effort.
It's like the next one. So moving on to track 2. The track 2 is Nick Kershaw. Wouldn't it be good? Now, for me, my memory of Nick Kershaw is not so much this song, but it is "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me." Because when I was little, this was always said to me. Is I always used to sing, "Don't let the sun go down on me. I won't let the sun go down," and then just repeat and repeat and repeat until it like bugged me. Like I probably drove my parents insane. I think my sister had the single and stopped playing it because I used to sing it that much. I think I just bugged my parents.
People were actually sick of you.
yeah, people were sick of it. Strange how, but people were sick of us. But it's also around that time I come up with a brilliant joke when I was a kid. Right?
Are you sure?
Oh yes. It is such a funny joke. Right? What is a man? A tank.
What?
What is a man? A tank.
Terrible. Is it anything clever, or is it you just throwing random words together?
No. That was my joke when I was a kid, and I think people used to laugh at us because in my head, I thought that was a joke, but in real life, no, it wasn't.
Did they think you were special?
Yeah, possibly. But even now, when I say it, I still giggle to myself. So I don't know if it's something.
Do you know a song by Nick Kershaw that Wouldn't It Be Good? It's one of those ones that you keep thinking, like, have I heard that in a movie before?
Yeah.
Has it been in a movie? Or?
Well, Rich has just come in, so hello to Rich, and so is Keith. Hello, Keith. But I know Rich. He's like a massive movie buff, so he might know. But I don't know because it's one of them songs where you hear it and you think, this could be off a movie soundtrack, couldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you just don't know.
It's one of those ones that like it's got that really weird bit in the middle. Like it makes no sense, but it's a really good song. I like it. And I don't know the words for that middle bit either, so I always just like whenever it goes on there, I would just go.
Yeah. But what I've said, right? So I said I wrote down not much memory, blah blah blah. And then so the video, right? And Lainey's just mentioned it here. I love this song, but the video has a white suit which was brighter than Simon Cowell. I think she means teeth because I've wrote down here. The video starts off
with Simon Cowell famously white,
which is a bright white suit, which would be whiter than the Towie teeth. So the people from Towie, how white their teeth. This suit is so white. And no, I don't need help, Lainey. That is a hilarious joke. What is a man? A tank.
Is it whiter than the Liverpool FA Cup final suits?
Oh yeah. That is like a dark cream compared to this white. This white is the brightest white you can get. He sort of comes in, and I don't know if it's a hotel. I think it's a hotel he goes into, and he sort of goes up these stairs, goes in, and then at one point it then turns from a bright white suit. I don't know if he gets changed, and I've just missed this when I've watched the video. But then it changes into like a video screen, and you can see like moving images on it. So I don't know what it is.
Playing around with effects, basically.
Yeah. But
that's the good thing about when you're watching these albums, like on YouTube, is just watching how some of the effects are just starting to come in. Yeah, it's like there was different instruments used in the 80s, weren't there? Like your synthesizers and all that, like getting really used, and and bands blending different instruments. But then the videos are absolutely batshit. Some of them, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think, well, like you say, the videos are batshit, but I think a lot of the videos are like, oh, have you seen this new technology? We need to use in our new music video. How do we do? I don't know. We'll just do anything.
Just do something.
Yeah, just get Dave in, who's like can do the computer stuff. Just get him in, and he'll do the video, and it's just like mental. Yeah, Laney meant Simon Cowell's teeth.
Not just Simon Cowell in general.
Yeah, not just Simon Cowell. Yeah, but yeah, so he goes on. So in the video, he's going on. You see all these videos, and then you see him singing out of a window to like a man who I presume's homeless. He's like pushing a cart with like coals and or something burning in this cart, and I think he's meant to portray a homeless man. So you see him, and he stood looking out of his window, and he went, "I know you've got a bed," and then he starts singing like how bad he's got it, and it's like, hold on, you're in a hotel, not a room, a suite, because you see him go from his bedroom to like a living room to a bathroom, and he's got a corridor matching up. So he's got quite a big, and he's complaining. He's like the 1980s version of Sam Smith was at the beginning of the first lockdown. Do you know when he was like crying and he's managing
slightly just gone off his rocker?
Yeah, first world problems. Oh, whoa, me. And
in fact, not even slightly, completely gone off his rocker.
Yeah. But he's like that, and then you can tell this is. He goes into the bathroom, right? And for some unknown reason, he starts washing his hands. But you can tell it's pre-COVID because he just turns the tap on, goes like this, then
and because it was 30 years ago. But go on.
Well, yeah, but see, he didn't get the education like we do now of like washing your hands between thumbs.
Yeah, there was no Peppa Pig song. You know? Yeah. How did people know how to wash their hands before Peppa Pig? That's what I want to know. Do you even remember those dark times?
Wait, Peppa Pig, is it not Happy Birthday you got to sing?
No, the Peppa Pig one. Wash your hands. Mm-hmm. How do you not know the Peppa Pig song?
I don't know the Peppa Pig song.
Mentalist.
Right. In the chat, right, we'll just take a quick straw poll. Hello, Mark. Hello, TD. Watchers incoming. All right, so we must have a few people coming. Come. Actually, I'm a Celebrity must have finished because our watchers have just jumped from about 9 to about 21. Hello, Joan. Hello, Chris. If you've come from I'm a Celebrity, hello, Dave Repairs. Either you come from Cookie and the Haydens or I'm a Celebrity. Which one? You are welcome here. You've missed Queen.
Not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot. You've missed Queen and Radio Gaga.
And the current argument is, how do you wash your hands? Do you do it via the Peppa Pig song or Happy Birthday?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to sound like a mentalist if you stand there singing Happy Birthday to yourself. Arguably, you sound like a mentalist if you're singing Peppa Pig, but at least that's more like Happy Birthday just sounds like you're having an emotional breakdown.
Yeah, but still, even if you're there washing your hands and saying Peppa Pig, wash, you're still going to look like a mentalist. Like, wash your hands. Okay.
Yeah, but you could hum that.
Yeah, true.
If you start humming Happy Birthday, people think you've gone.
Because it's a well-known tune. Hiya, Chris. He's just come in. Any Tina Turner tonight? I don't think so. But don't go. Actually, I don't know, Chris. Stick around and see. I'm not going to say no because he'll bugger off. So yeah, we don't.
You can see the album underneath.
Yeah. Shh. Stop giving the game away. Spoiler alert. Actually, I forgot to mention that. If anyone's confused about the tune, down below in the description, I've got the track listings. Right click on them and then open a new tab. Don't just click because you'll click away and you'll lose us. So,
do you think that Nick Kershaw looks like a cross between Sting and who was the pervert? Gary Glitter. He looks like a cross between the two, Sting and Gary Glitter. Like Gary Glitter on a good day, you know, when he like got rid of the hair, so when he was bald, but then a bit of Sting rolled in.
No, he's got that like 80s like tipped blonde ends, you know what I mean? Yeah. Do you know where they've got like the hair and it's like brush back but all the tip blonde? It's him from Dollar had it as well.
Yeah.
Actually, Stu,
Yeah.
Laney's just said, isn't there? Isn't that
Peppa Pig.
roll your boat?
Yeah, but to Peppa Pig. So I'm looking up a fact about Nick Kershaw. And do you know Nick Kershaw? So he's spelled N-I-K, Nick Kershaw. Do you know what his nickname is?
Nick?
Nick Kershaw. N-I-C-K. What? Who has a who has the same name as their nickname but with more letters in it? What's the matter with people?
Hiya, Annabelle. No worries. You've got a live stream. Just talk. But welcome. First time here. And we're talking about Now 2. And we are on to Nick Kershaw's Wouldn't It Be Good? And I'm just going through how he quickly washed his hands. And you can tell it's pre-COVID hand wash. And as well, I tell you what else he uses. He uses the cold tap because the hot tap's always the one on your left. The cold ones are always one on the right. He uses the cold tap. So he's probably just putting more germs on his hand. He's not getting rid of any.
He's firmly, I'm looking at Nick Kershaw's page as well. And he's got like facts about himself on there. He's clearly like rooting himself in the 80s. He's like refusing to budge out of there. Favorite male vocalist, Sting, told you. Paul Young, Stevie Wonder. Favorite female vocalist, Diana Ross, Shaka Khan, Joni Mitchell. Arguably 70s, but favorite groups, The Police and Level 42. The Police, I'm telling you, it looks like Sting. It is. It's Sting's alter ego. All that time when Sting said that he was just holding off from shagging and stuff and disappeared for a couple of days. Oh, I'm doing tantric sex. What he was actually doing was he was being Nick Kershaw on the side. It's a fact.
Yeah, Night's Life said his hair is a bit like flock of seagulls. Like the dyeing of it, not so much just like the thing. I'll probably end up with a haircut like that soon because I've got locked. I can't. Do you know what I'm looking forward to most about getting out of lockdown? Get me haircut because it's going.
Are you still in lockdown down there?
Yeah, we stop showing off in Scotland. You're going in soon.
We're in a kind of lockdown, but not proper.
Yeah,
it's a lockdown, but everyone ignores it.
Yeah, well, I think some of that's happening down here. Yeah, but as well, so after he washed his hands, he then leaves his hotel room and freaks out, goes outside.
Is this another fact? Oh, no, this is the video.
No, this is the video. I'm still continuing on with. Sorry for anyone who's coming late and doesn't understand or doesn't follow. Please stick with it. We'll be on to a next song soon and you'll be able to follow from beginning to end. But, so...
Should have got here earlier.
Yeah. So, he goes outside, trips over and everyone's singing his song to him and everything. He freaks out, runs away. He's got something in his hand as well. Runs away to like this massive satellite. And then this satellite sort of sending something off. And then he goes, and I'm thinking, is he an alien? It's just one of it is the start of the weird video. Like we said, there was a load of weird video. And this one is sort of a weird video. You can't really, was he an alien? Or was it just thinking, E.T.'s, I don't know if E.T. was out there. Maybe E.T. was out. Are we jumping on the bandwagon for aliens for this, or just trying to fit in the new technology?
I think you're reading too much into it, Neil.
yeah. Probably just a weird video thought up.
Yeah, he was just trying to use different random camera techniques. You never know. Sometimes you get like these videos that are like completely not linked to the song. I think it's sometimes because it's a director gone, oh, I've got a good idea for a video that we need to do. And then they just sing a random song over the top of like a weird made up video.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think this is why before I wasn't even a
Big Girls Don't Cry. I'm an illegal alien. Are you going back to Sting? I'm telling you, the link is real.
What?
You're talking about aliens within Nick Kershaw. Sting, I'm an illegal alien. Everyone's seeing the link now. It's the same person.
Well, there you go. Annabelle, me and Stu are a bit like you. We were only littlins around that time. We were, well, how would you have been?
Four.
I would have been 3 just before this album come out.
Annoyingly, this is just like just before my kind of memories all form in my mind. So you're gonna think I'm posh here now, but I used to have au pairs when I was young, right? And so they came from like different countries.
Hold on. Can I just? I'm not the only one who's going to think you're posh here. You
Okay.
had an au pair. The chat is going to. If you're an au pair, are you posh? Hands up in the chat. Continue, Stu.
Well, wait until you hear about them. So, so they came from different countries, obviously. Like one of them was Swedish, right? And like a proper blonde bombshell Swedish au pair, like 18, 19-year-old. And my mum says that one day she came in and like called out, sure. And Kirsten, I think she was called. Kirsten, are you around? No answer. She came upstairs and there's Kirsten in the bath with me. An 18-year-old blonde bombshell Swedish au pair in the bath with me. Annoyingly, as I say, this is all just before my memories are formed. Do you know what I mean? They're all mental as well. We had another au pair who she was Spanish, and she was obviously so they live in at your house, right? And she was staying, but she'd go disappearing off in like evenings and stuff, and we couldn't figure out where she's going. And she'd come back with new stuff all the time. Turned out she was on the game.
Well, you should have paid her more.
I'm not so sure there was any of those like proper checks done on people back then.
Yeah. Just in the chat, Joan says she was in her mid-20s then, so this is her era. Annabelle, what year? 1984. Thanks, Lainey. Lainey said yes. I think that's to you being posh. And Joan says yes, well posh. Christ, where are you doing the hiring, Stu? I don't know, but wasn't your dad in the Met?
Yeah.
So surely he could have done the CRB check.
That's how he found out that she was on the game, I think.
But surely he could have done a CRB check and probably thought, oh yeah, she's an old prostitute. Come on
in. Steady.
Sorry, Mr. Mackenzie or Susan, if you're watching. Sorry. Right, track number 3. We've only been going 35 minutes. Track number 3. I don't think we're even going to get the first record done today.
Thompson Twins, Hold Me Now.
Yeah, well, Thompson, right. This song is a good song. It's an 80s song. It's always on like best of 80s albums and stuff like that. And Thompson Twins, named after the brothers from
Funhouse.
No, that's Melanie Martina. Melanie Martina, who I follow on Twitter.
Did they follow you back, though? That's the real test.
No, they don't. I was trying to hire Jet for private sessions the other day on YouTube. Kay says I've got to stop doing this because I sound a bit of a pervert online. But,
yeah, well, after you're obsessed with Julie Walters.
Yeah, don't start that again. That's what she said. And Yasmin Le Bon was and everything like that.
Weirdly, right? Just before we came in, I was sitting watching TV and an advert came up from Buster after we were talking about it the other day. A trailer came on for it. Because I think it's on like Amazon or Netflix or something. And like Julie Walters obviously in there. She was old in that.
Yeah, not then. Go back when she was in like Boys from the Black stuff. Like early 80s, not late 80s, early 80s.
Okay.
And to be honest, you're saying she's old there. She's probably only in her 20s, but everyone in the 80s, when they're in everyone over the age of like about 20 in the 80s looked about 40. So
it's a good song, by the way, Thompson Twins, Hold Me Now.
Oh, Thompson Twins, brilliant song. The start of the video, excellent 80s mullet, like short at the side, and then he's got like a massive, like I don't know if it's even plaited ponytail. Also, the drummer, if anyone sees a video for this, the drummer must have spent all her money on a Boy George outfit because she hasn't got a drum kit. She's got like a stand at the side.
Money?
With loads of pots and pans, all the money she's been given to buy a drum kit because she hasn't got it. She's got like loads of she's got like a rack at the side and looks like loads of pots and pans she's playing, and then she's dressed as she looks like Boy George.
She's turned up like that one off Noel Gallagher's last album. Where he had the woman playing scissors. Had this random French woman playing scissors on his song.
No,
it was like really weird. You couldn't even hear it. But he's like convinced that he could. Liam Gallagher was ripping it out of him when he had this woman on playing scissors behind him.
Laney's noticed the plait, and it bugged her. But I thought, wicked 80s plait. But
there's some proper hat on that one as well. The
yeah,
woman
yeah.
playing the not drums.
Does she not remind
Sometimes she's got like a drumstick, right? Oh, it's a xylophone. She's got a xylophone in the top corner of the video. I was watching it thinking, what is she playing? It just looked like she was playing drumsticks, like air drums, but she's actually playing a xylophone.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Joan, 1983, Julie Walters was in her prime. Educating Rita was epic. Yeah, plays a good character in that. And with Michael Caine, who isn't married to the Shakira, but a Shakira who doesn't look like a leather handbag.
Allegedly.
Doesn't look like a leather. No, Stu. Allegedly, she was. Looks like a leather handbag. Doesn't look like a leather handbag. Right. But yeah, I haven't really got like. There's nothing really stands out for this song for me, but it is always on like 80s albums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there is a part which is like probably like 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the song where it's like, "Hold me now," and like he sings it, and then in the background there's another voice comes in where it's like, "Hold me now, hold me now," and it's a bit like, do you know your annoying younger brother? You're a younger brother. You've probably done the same as me. So if your sister's saying something, or in your case, your brother, you would do the little annoying voice to read, and they were like, "Mom, mom, tell him." And I think this.
You sound like Orville.
Well, that's how Keith, whatever thing, got the character. But he must have been the annoying little brother. But I think how this band was formed, the lead singer is actually the older brother, and the younger brother was like, he was probably recording this in the room. Was like, hold me now, and he's like, Mom, tell him. And he's like, just let your brother join in. So he eventually got on the song because of that, like, hold me now, hold me now. Oh,
I wish I could fly.
yeah.
Up to the sky.
You can. Yeah, but they're my memories. So if anyone listens to it, listen for that annoying little brother voice. I've probably ruined.
Is that his twin then? That does the annoying little brother voice. Is he
I don't think they're actually twins.
So say you were alleging that one of the twins has got his hand up the other one while he's doing a squeaky voice.
No. I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh, me, yeah. I'm the little brother. No, I'm the older brother. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's like naked puppets.
Right. It was the 80s. It was a different time.
No, but I don't think, he's a fact for you, the Thompson twins weren't really twins.
Shut up. Are there any other famous twins that aren't twins?
Yes. I've got one. Martin and Gary Kemp.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
Are they? So are they? No, wait. So they're just brothers.
They're just brothers, but they played twins in the craze.
Oh,
also, Tom Hardy. He's not a twin with himself.
I meant, is there anyone else that like markets themselves as twins but aren't actually twins?
I don't know. I'm well impressed with your musical knowledge. It's very thin laid with humour or attempted humour over the top to hide it. I've subbed and hit the like button, but my bed is calling. Have a great show. No worries. Just put us on in the background and we'll lull you to sleep with my dulcet.
That's creepy. No. you've gone all 80s again.
Ooh, it was acceptable in the 80s.
So you get a good start on this album. 3 big songs off the top there, and then
yeah,
yeah,
exactly what I said. Matt Bianco, get out your lazy bed, and I was just like, cannot stand the song. It is a terrible song. Oh, actually, good night, Belle. We should say good night.
Oh, night.
Good night. All right, sound more enthusiastic.
I didn't want to sound creepy. Fun fact for you, Matt Bianco is where the guy who plays Joey in Friends got the inspiration for his stage name.
Really?
Nah, it's a complete lie.
I love your facts, Drew, how none of them are real. But yeah, Matt Bianco, the first thing I think around, and if anyone knows, if not, have a look after this. But he was Matt Bianco, Saturday Superstar, Mike Reed, phone in, and
You're just saying words here now.
no. Matt Bianco, Saturday Superstar, Mike Reed. There's a phone in, and it's like, you're live in the studio, and he goes, "Yeah, you're all a bunch of wankers." And that's it.
Did he? Was that him?
Yes, yeah, live on the thing.
I remember that, but I didn't know
There's
it's
two
like somebody
famous ones. There's the Matt Bianco one, and there's the live star one where it's like, you're all fucking wankers and everything.
Is that? Didn't someone do it to what was her name? Sarah Green.
Sarah Green's the one with 5-star.
Is that
The Matt Bianco ones is where he just goes, "You're all a bunch of wankers," and that's it.
It's like the farmer from Partridge. Partridge, you wanker.
Yeah, but the best thing is, I agree with the caller because this song is terrible. I just think, right? It opens up. It sounds like, and it's not like that. It's something similar to that. That's probably better than the actual song, but it sounds like it should be the theme tune for Crosswits.
Yeah.
And it's a terrible song. And then he has a backing singer who comes in with the doo wop bop bop the doo wops. It makes it even worse when you don't think it can get any worse. And it's like, this is why CDs were invented, for songs like this on compilation albums, so you could just go
skip.
Yeah,
it was although you get if you move it on to 1:38 and you get a good close up of his face on there, and he looks like the pervert from the band in our first week. Remember the two of them in the car?
Lamal.
It looks like Lamal's mate. Yeah, it looks like Lamal's mate who just sat in the background being creepy.
Who we will refer to is the pervert with the pig.
Lamal's creepy mate. Yeah.
I think the pervert. No, Stu. It's got wrinkles.
Pervert with a pig.
Laney just said, "Wham Bam Boogie." I quite like. Oh, Laney, it's a terrible song. It's a really bad song. Is that? And then I don't know if you've got anything more to say about.
Move on. Skip.
No. Yeah, skip. And then the next one, right? I seen the title More, and I first thought,
How do you like it? How do you like it?
Brilliant song. And I thought, yes, I really like the song More, even though it does remind you of an advert.
Like, isn't it like SCS or something?
It's something like that, like more. Yeah, it's SCS Seal or something like that.
Furniture type of thing.
Get more off. More.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. But unfortunately, with it's Carmel, more, which is like another like doo-wop, skiffle type music, and it's terrible.
Yeah, for one, like, you know, they put in some of these songs because they think they might be hits, and it's like they've tried to like work too hard to blend in the songs together, so they've just picked another weird shit jazzy one to go next to it.
And I don't know if it was because around that time there was like a skiffle revival. Do you know, like every so often there's like a revival. Like at the moment, there's like seems to be like Dua Lipa's doing it, and there's a few other bands where they're doing like revival-ish. It's like 90s type music, and that's what's being pushed. And I don't know if it was around that time they thought, oh, we'll try and push this type of music. And both the songs are absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And I've got no memories of this second song. The first song, I've got some, and I don't know if my sister possibly liked them, but this second one, I've got no memories of it at all.
No.
But it's an absolute terrible song. But
skip that one and all. I've got that one. On
skip. Oh, it should have been the cha-cha. You know, when you like only listen to the song and went on. Well, the next one I'm going to hand over to you because you love Madness, and I don't really know this one. But it's Madness, Michael Caine, not married to the Shakira, married to Shakira.
Yeah, how weird that Michael Caine keeps coming up on.
Yeah, Michael. He's going to be the unofficial emblem of the channel.
It's a strange one. This one, I quite like it. It reminds me, like the start of it looks like something from like the Ipcris Files. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
It's like a kind of weird, like, but then his clothes aren't in date with the cars and stuff on it. It's a strange video. Not one of their best known ones, is it?
Yeah. Again, this is the second Madness song, on this, and it's like one of the lesser known songs. So I don't know if they had more hits earlier '80s than now, but yeah, it's I don't really know this one. But as well on it, I don't know if it's one of them saying my name is Michael Caine or it's actual Michael Caine doing it. But I'm just wondering if this is where Paul
Whitehouse.
got his inspiration from for my
My
name.
name is Michael Caine, and I
Yeah.
am a nosy neighbour.
Yeah, I don't know if that's where they got the inspiration from. Is this song because it seems quite? I don't know. It is a weird. It's a good song. It's all right. But I've got no real like sort of
No, it's
big
not one that like you bop along to, is it?
no. But I do know on this song though, there's parts of it you listen to, and it does sound like Divine Comedy. And you can see where like Divine Comedy obviously got their inspiration from Madness from. Do you know Divine Comedy?
Well, the band in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this song sounds very much like Divine Comedy from the 90s.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but Leonie says it's an okay, but she's got no real connection with it. And I don't think I have. Apart from, if you watch the video of this, there must be a saxophone player. They do like this scene. Then all of a sudden he just stood there and he goes, it's just like there is a saxophone playing in the background, but it's just so random and weird. But that is Madness, and that's what I quite like about Madness, where they're just a bit off the wall and everything.
Yeah, it doesn't have to always make sense.
Yeah. So, but
yeah, it's a strange one. That.
Yeah, moving on. I don't know what track we're on to now, but anyway,
the one after Michael Caine.
The one after Michael Caine and Madness. Yeah, Flying Pickets with Only You. Now, as we found out last week by Junie D, who's now in the chat, surprisingly, this was Christmas number 1 in 1983. So, and it's a cover of Yazoo's song of the same name, obviously. And I kind of decide which one.
Wait, who came first?
Yazoo. Yazoo done it first, and then these covered it.
Okay. I love this song. It's a good song.
I think it's a brilliant song. This song's brilliant, and so is the Yazoo one. And it's like I can't decide which one I like better. It's probably the last one I heard. It's one of them things like, oh, I like this song, and then you'll play the other version and go, oh, I like this song, and I think they're just as good as each other.
Yeah, I like it. It's a really catchy song, a good one. I remember dancing with my missus to this one time when I came home from work, and she's still like, every time she hears the song, she's like, oh, do you remember the time when we danced in the living room?
No.
You could get away with this one as a wedding song, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It's a good, and everyone would be like, it would, you know, what's the worst wedding song that you've heard?
I don't know. You would probably know because you used to be a master of ceremonies.
Yeah, I've heard some really bad ones. Mainly like James Blunt and stuff like that. Like 3 years afterwards.
Yeah.
Once Sex is on Fire. You know. Yeah.
Use some lube tonight, lads.
Yeah. Don't know, but it wasn't even ironic. It was like they were really into that song as if it was a nice song. I've heard like some real. Bearing in mind that I worked in Scotland doing weddings and stuff, so like sometimes it would just be like bagpipes. Do you know what I mean? Not even being abusive, like that's just the way it was. Some weird songs, but this is one that would come on and you'd be like, oh, that's a good choice. Do you know what I mean? And then you'd be kicking yourself because you didn't choose it for your wedding.
Yeah.
What was your wedding song?
Al Green.
Let's Stay Together.
Yes. On the tip, I was just about to say that, Stu. You interrupted us there. Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll take
it. Yeah.
I was there. So.
By the way, we aren't married. It's not our first song. When he said,
"Oh yeah, no,
no, I am married to a different woman to what he is married to, and we're not. And like, right, me and Stu aren't related by marriage.
You sounded nervous. Now you're making it sound like a lie. Do you know?
Yeah. It was just that one time on a fishing trip when we were very cold. Anyway,
Is anyone else on the chat? Are they married? What was your wedding songs that you had on?
yeah, wedding songs in the chat. I don't know if we've got many people.
I always wanted to have because I'm not married yet, but I always wanted to have Hey Ya, but the like a slowed down version. In fact, no, I'd be quite happy with the normal Outcast version of Hey Ya. But then you ruined it. You're like, oh, it's about breakup. So then I'm like, now I'd be thinking to myself, if I had that as like my song, all I'd be picturing is I'm dancing away and you're standing behind me going, this is a breakup song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or you might as well just have DIVORCE.
Yeah.
It's just the same. Lady says she loves this song. Joan is the opposite of all of you. She doesn't like this version. No, I think this version's brilliant because there is no musical instruments played in this version. It's all a cappella.
Yeah.
They're an a cappella group. There were actually a group of actors who got together and just done this. I don't know if they've done it on Stage Fest or what, but later on, obviously the lineup changed. But later on, Chris Ryan was in the group. Now, Chris Ryan probably means nothing to anyone, but he was from the young ones and he played Dave Hedgehog in Bottom.
What?
Do you know Dave Hedgehog in Bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was later, not during this song, but later on, because obviously the group carried on.
Did you say he was just in the chat thing?
No, he wasn't in the. He was in this group, not the group chat, but the group with Brian Pickett.
I was going to say, you might want to get him on as a guest. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah,
he would pretty much be the expert on the 80s music.
Yeah. Chris Ryan, if you're in the chat, come live. Yeah. Lainey's asking what film was this in. I don't know if this was in a film. But the lead singer of this song, like the one who's like the teddy boy with the sideburns and everything, he's called Brian Hibbard. And
Hibbard?
Hibbard?
Hip hop.
Brian Hibbard. And I can always, every time I picture him, I picture Margie Clark. I don't know if you know who Margie Clark was. She was like a Scouser, blonde hair. She reminds me a lot of Jenny Claire. I don't know if Jenny and Claire and her sisters, but might not be, just both Scouse blondes. But I'm saying Lainey's wedding song.
All by himself.
Well, but yeah, every time I picture Brian Hibbard, I always picture Margie Clark as well. And I don't know if they were starting something together or whatever. I'll tell you who Margie Clark was. She was Tyrone's mum in Coronation Street. That's where I really know her from. Massive Coronation Street fan, by the way. I meant something else. Ignore the film thing. All right, no worries. But yeah. And as well, I don't know if anyone's seen the video of this down below. But the video is like set in a pub or possibly a workmen's club because being flying pickets. I think they did used to do a lot for the miners' strikes and everything as well. But this is like set in the 1980s, workmen's club, and it is like you're set for like working class, like people who didn't have au pairs, Stu. You know what I mean?
Yeah, commoners.
So like working class, and like the miners' strikes, and it is sort of like of that era, like the video. But the thing is, I worked in a workmen's club in the late 90s, and the decor hadn't really changed since then.
I've got a feeling that the song, but the Yaz version of it, I quite like the Yaz version, I think.
Yazoo.
Well. I think it was in Napoleon Dynamite.
All right.
In that, but the one that I'll remember it the most from is it was in the finale for The Office.
Yes, the Christmas special.
Yeah. Oh, was it the Christmas special one?
Yeah, where Dawn's gonna go off back to LA, but she doesn't. She comes back in with Tim.
That's the one.
That's so special.
It's one of those songs that should be in more things because it's a brilliant song. Yeah, it would fit in so many different movies or podcasts. But yeah, good call for it being in The Office.
Yeah. I forgot. To be honest, I forgot about that until you mentioned it there. Then, as soon as you said that, I can remember it's when Dawn, because she kisses him because he's talking to Gareth at the time, and I think David Brent. She comes over, kisses him, and Gareth says, watch it. She's got a boyfriend. She went, no, I haven't. And then they go off and in the
Bins.
store cupboard. Yeah. Round about the bins.
It was a classy relationship. Only lasted that night.
Yeah. But yeah, so that is the Flying Pickets, only you. Next.
Arguably better with Yazoo.
See, I cannot make my mind up between them. I think they're both brilliant because I love the acapella bit where it's just.
To be fair, I can't remember that it was by another band. I also it was by one band, and then it was just a different version from them. Right. Do you know what I mean? Like recorded somewhere else, or
yeah, no, it was because Yazoo was I think Alison Moyer and Vince Clarke, and it was Vince Clarke after he left. Depeche Mode. And because I've said Depeche Mode, give it 10 seconds and Nick Hills will be in. He's got a thing on the internet. If someone says Depeche Mode enough, he comes into a live chat. Depeche Mode.
So like Candyman, you say it 3 times, and he pops up. And
Leonie's just said, "Isn't an au pair just a cheap nanny?"
Yeah. But by the time I was age 7, I could speak French, Swedish, and Spanish.
Can you speak them now?
Can I, balls? Hola. That's about it.
You should have said we, ya, and what's yes? What's yes in Spanish? Si, yeah, we, si, and ya.
Yeah. Is ya definitely Swedish or?
No, ya's. Sorry, I'm speaking German. Yeah, Vince Clarke did get about because he was it the Establishment or something as well, Depeche Mode, Yazoo, and then he went to Pet Shop Boys. I think Nick Hill's just got a massive crush on Vince Clarke.
Sorry.
Allegedly. Right, moving on, next song. It's Nina in 99 Red Balloons.
Right, this is weird because I listened to it earlier on Spotify. The track list for this, and they have if you just type in now, that's what I call music too. It comes up with the track list for it. So I don't know whether they've got the right versions for definite or not on there, but they kind of twisted it around a bit. It had a bit more to it, especially at the beginning. It didn't go straight in with that where straight away when you hear that song. The sort of bass line hits you. It's really cool. But in the version that I have on Spotify, it didn't have that. So I don't know if it's the same on the other versions.
Well, I know there's a few because the original version was 99 Luftballons. Because 99 Luftballons. See, German. Look. No, Joan, this is a brilliant song. Actually, Laney just corrected it. Erasure was the band Vince Clarke went to after whatever. So he was in Erasure, not the Pet Shop Boys. But yeah, Nina's original song was 909 Luftballons.
Yeah, and they went, look, no one can understand you. Do it in another language.
So it's
think of your market.
99 Luftballons, which is 99, I think. Luft is not, I don't know if it's just air balloons or whatever, because not red. Red is not Luft.
Air balloons. There will be air balloons. Luftwaffe.
Luftballons, 99 air balloons. And it's about what it was. There was.
What other kind of balloons are there? There's only helium or water. I mean, who was going to get confused that water balloons were flying by?
909, just aqua balloons.
German for water.
I don't know if aqua is German for water. You wouldn't think I did a GCSE. I was shit at German. But
you're going to just say you were shit at GCSEs.
Well, that as well, Stu. Just to let them behind the curtain. I was really terrible at GCSEs. Yeah. Took GCSE English 3-4 times before I got it.
How did it take you that many times?
Because they wanted me to get to university.
Fair.
They give anyone a university. Back in the late 90s, there was loads of money sloshing around. Yeah, this song come about because one of the guitarists I don't know whose gig it was. I'm thinking Queen, but it might not be. It might be Rolling Stones. It might be David Bowie. We're playing in West Germany. And there's loads of balloons go up, and he could see these balloons. I think he was back up, and the scene is floating towards the wall. And he, in his head, he was like, "What if?"
Am I high?
He was thinking, what if the East Germans thought that was like a UFO or someone trying to get in or an attack on East Germany, and then Russia started sending rockets up, and then America, and it's like the start of World War III, and that's what the song's about. It's about like nuclear war, and it's a bit of an anti-war song.
Aware. I mean, like, he's not really giving the East Germans much of a good ticket, is he?
Well, East Germans weren't. East Germans, most of the women shot putters ended up transitioning to men. Or a lot did, because
Allegedly.
no, that there is a fact about one of them, because I've seen a documentary about her, who is now him. Yeah, she transitioned because she was given vitamins, which were steroids, and developed like obviously masculine features, and it ended up becoming it. But yeah, but I think the 80s was a lot of. It was a bit worrying about like nuclear war and everything, and.
Do you know, in London? So when I lived down, my dad used to work at a police station down, I think it was like a Tooting area. And even during the 80s, he used to have to go up onto the roof of the police station and test out the air raid siren.
Really?
Yeah. Because it was still during the Cold War, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. And I think there was a lot of like scaremongering, Cold War and everything about that. Hiya, Rose. Welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome. Hello. You've come along. We are talking about now
nuclear war.
Yeah, we're talking about nuclear war. Come along. Welcome to the 1980s. But yeah, but the thing is, the first recollection I have of this song, and Lainey's just said it there, I love this song. Remember dancing to it in my youth. Now, I can remember in the 90s, there was like a dance version, and that's the first version I heard. And I can remember playing it in the house, and my sister going, "Oh, like this is a crop version." Like she can remember like the original from this album.
Like we all do. We do it now with our kids when they go. Like I forget what was it my daughter came in with. Like she's 13, but like last year when she came in with the Strokes, and she was like, "There's this really new cool band called the Strokes," and I was like, I was listening to them like 15 years ago. Like, back off.
Yeah, but as well, it's like now there's a song out now, and there's a lot of songs now which are redone, and there's a singer who talks. Well, she doesn't talk. She sings, or he sings like this. Like, just take your inhaler, mate. You'll be able to sing better. You know what I mean?
Like, do you mean like Christmas advert type of things?
Well, it started off with Christmas adverts with like a Keen remake, and there's like loads of Christmas songs, and they sing like this. And it's
Lily
like,
Allen did Noel Gallagher's one, didn't she? Yeah. Oh, was it a Keen one?
It was a Keen one, and it's something only we know. It's like, take your inhaler, you'll be able to sing better. You seem breathless, and you'll be better. You know what I mean?
What was she biting there?
Yeah, I don't know. But
my two pet hates is those kind of songs where people like rip them off and do them in a whispery voice. And second one, poetry in bank and building society adverts. They can just get to
fuck.
F. Yeah, Jesus. It winds me up so much. And it's not even clever poetry. They've just found some random words that are like mixed together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But as well, that's like whispery, Dancing in the Moonlight by Top Loader. Brilliant song. You've just gone and ruined it. And we've got there's a new lad just started out plays an apprentice. And he was like, "Oh, I love this song." When it came in our office the other day, and we were like,
"Get out.
Get out. Go and stand on the stairs for 5 minutes.
Have a think about it."
Yeah. Get Top Loaded on, you know, like, get out, you know. And everyone said the same. We went, "You're kidding. This is terrible." But it's probably the same for us when we heard like 99 Red Balloons. My sister was probably the same, like, "Oh, it's terrible, this version." because to her this was the original version.
I also thought it was Blondie for some reason.
I can see where you're coming from there. Yeah.
Until you told me the other day, like last week, we were looking at this album going, "Oh, what's coming up on it?" And I thought it was Blondie. I was like, "Who's this Nina one?"
But there's a lot of songs like that. There's a song later on we'll come to. I didn't know who it was from until about 6 months ago because it become popular on TikTok. I'm not going to spoiler it. You'll have to keep tuned, and it'll probably be next week because we are going to run out of time. We've got about 25 minutes left, so thanks for staying tuned if you've been here all the time. But I'm going to just quickly look at the chat. Hey, Lainey, I played at the youth. So Lainey's saying she. Right. Oh, hold on. Where did I see that about? She said youthy, meaning youth club, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, Lainey, I played it at the youthy, was in charge of the records. So Keith Mutton was the DJ at his youth club. All those nuclear worries before pandemics. Yeah.
The good old days.
Yeah, the good old days of worrying about nuclear holocaust. But actually, have you ever seen a film called When the Wind Blows? It's like a cartoon. It looks like it's similar like drawn style to what's it called? The Snowman.
Yeah.
And it's a similar drawn style to that. When the Wind Blows, it's about nuclear holocaust. You'll probably be able to find it somewhere online. But yeah, it's a really good film. And there's a few. There was like a one in the United States. There was one where it was like a nuclear bomb landed on Sheffield. And my main memory of seeing that is an old woman wetting herself.
What, in the film or in front of you?
No, in the film.
Okay.
In the actual film, there's an old woman like sort of, and it's like it focuses like it goes off in the background, and you just focus on this woman's foot, and you can tell by the way she's dressed, it's like an older woman, and she just wets it, and it's just like why? It's just like, but it's supposed to be like impact. But supposedly,
I was going to say if a nuclear bomb goes off, you're quite warranted to just, frankly, you could shit yourself if you wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm positive there was.
That's good acting if she acted it. I know you said it was like animation.
No. When the Wind Blows is an animation. This is I can't remember what it's called. Someone in the chat will know. But it's a film about like a nuclear explosion around. I think it's Sheffield. It happened. I'm positive it is Sheffield where this nuclear bomb went off or whatever.
Imagine if she could wet herself like for every take.
On take. Well,
Yeah.
Tina O'Brien, who plays Sarah Lou, Coronation Street, again another Coronation Street fact. I don't know why.
Regularly wets herself. What?
Yeah.
What?
She doesn't wet herself by weird. She can cry on cue. She can just like.
A lot of actors could do that.
Yeah, I remember an interview with her, and they were like, "Oh, you're known for crying." She was like, "Yeah, I can do it." And she started crying during the interview, and she was like, "Yeah, I can do it anytime."
She's actually having a mental breakdown. That's the
yeah.
It's like the guy on. Have you seen the film Chopper?
You
know the Australian guy.
Ed. Didn't he play the original Hulk?
Eric, not Eric.
Eric Bana,
yeah. So yeah, he's in Chopper at the beginning when he's in prison. There's a guy there who, like, there's a stabbing incident, and the guy in the background who's like betrayed him is like being sick, but the actor could actually make himself vomit like on cue.
Bloody hell.
Like, and did it take after take, like for the thing. Weird. I just remember it from the outtakes.
I would have to eat a lot of like vegetable soup to do that.
Sorry, 99 Red Balloons nearly caused a nuclear war, according to you.
Yeah, 99 Red Balloons. Lainey's saying, I like the Lily Allen version. Lily Allen version was all right, but then everyone sort of repeated it afterwards.
And they're all right the first couple of times, and you're like, oh, that's quite nice. And then after like 4 weeks of Christmas advert, you're like, will you just stop it now?
But as well, everyone on X Factor seemed to do it as well. X Factor and Britain's
with
Got
a bit
Talent.
of wobbling, you know.
Yeah, and then
wobbly voice, and
it just gets old. Yeah, Mark. Oh, hiya, Mark. I don't think I've seen hello to you tonight, Mark. The Bowerbird. Oh, hold on, we're gonna get into this Bower thing, which I think we'll see later on this album. Bowie boy, we don't know. We'll have a vote on it later on.
I get told off for turning on. So next, I'm Cyndi Lauper.
Before I'm going to that, I'm just going to go through because we're way behind in the chat.
sorry.
Fast Cars was Ruins. I think it was, yeah, because Tracy Chapman done Fast Cars, and then there was like I don't know if it was a dance version or whatever. Bill's in with his beef. Yeah. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe and ring that dingy dong bell. Not meaning anything to you, Stu, but that's what Bill says. That's his catchphrase.
That's what you young people do.
Yeah. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. Hi, John. Check it out and tell me what you think. I don't know what. Oh, he's got a new intro on his channel. Yeah, it looks good. Bill, we will check it out after this. But yeah, Stu, next song, please.
Cyndi Lauper, like this is where the album like kicks up a beat again, doesn't it? It's kind of just slowed it down a little bit. 99 Red Balloons, it's got like fast bits, slow bits mixed in. It kind of takes you backwards and forwards. And then Cyndi Lauper just goes for it, doesn't she?
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper. Well, this song, I've got an exact memory for this song because it was re-released again in about the mid-90s. Not a different version, just the same version re-released, and it was like, girl power's back. And I can remember this song reminds me of going on the paratroopers or the umbrellas, like the ride what goes round and then tilts up halfway, so you're going round like that.
Yeah.
It was the first time.
The parasols.
But it's like an adult ride. It's not a kiddie ride. So it was the first time I was allowed Horton Feast by myself. And I went on these with Melanie Simpson and we went round like that. And yeah. And that this song reminds us of that because it was playing when we were on it.
Did Melanie Simpson mean to go on the ride with you, or did you just run in last minute?
Yeah,
just
sit
next to
I'm coming in.
She was stuck for 6.5 minutes on a ride with you.
No, it wasn't that bad. She wouldn't have been a one I would have targeted on like that. So
target, Jesus Christ, you're getting creepier as the night goes on.
All right. Right, Stu, I'm going to leave you in charge. Please do not offend too many people. Like, obviously, Sharon's never been back since you've insulted you before, so be careful because I'm just going to go to the toilet. So bear with us 2 seconds.
Make sure you take your microphone off.
I'm not gonna give you a. I'm just gonna drop me earbuds so you can't hear.
What am I going to do for 2 minutes?
Don't talk about this.
Huh? Oh, well, that's put me under pressure to go for 2 minutes, isn't it? Who else we got in the chat? I knew there was someone up there here, but my brain was lost. You're in Hartlepool. The people from the northeast. You've not said the name of the song. Which song? The Girls Just Want to Have Fun song. Is everyone else from the northeast that's in the chat? I may not sound like it, but I lived in Sunderland, which is how I know Neil for so long. I used to live there as well. And we got people from, it's like Hartlepool. Someone has to be from there, don't they? Hartlepool Nil, I call it. Oh, no, hang on. Neil said not to abuse people. Oh, no. Yeah, so we did say the name of the song, didn't we? Girls Want to Have Fun. I always get confused with this Cyndi Lauper one because I keep thinking it's the same song as the background for in the Goonies. You know when his older brother is doing the chest exercise machine and then they tie him to the chair and run off and the song's playing in the background. But then I realised that's another Cyndi Lauper song that they had in there. And then she actually then released a song later on called About the Goonies. So specifically one. Oh, here comes Neil back.
Wash your hands.
There's no way you washed your hands properly.
Yeah, I did. I'm not Nick
You're
Kershaw.
now sitting in front of people. There's people looking at you knowing that you didn't wash your hands properly.
I did wash my hands.
Lick
Wash my hands. Oh, it's just a piss. So what have I missed, Stu? Inform me.
I used to get confused with Cyndi Lauper with this song, thinking it was the background in the Goonies. You know the bit where they tie the older brother to the chair with his chest expansion. Thing, and then it's playing. But that one is a completely different song. Isn't that True Love? True Love.
Did Cyndi Lauper sing the song? I can't remember the song.
Yeah, and then so she did the song for her song was on the Goonies, and then she released a song about the Goonies as well.
All right. See, I don't know. See this song, right? In it, to be honest, this song is the original girl power. Before Wannabe and all your zigga ziggars and everything, this was the original girl power anthem type thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I may have accidentally abused someone from Hartlepool while you were gone as well.
Is that Mark?
I was trying to read through the chat and I said, "Oh, someone's from Hartlepool. Someone has to be."
Yeah, he's from somewhere up here, Mark. Yeah, Brain's lost. Yep, he's a southerner, is he saying?
The Goonies is such a good film.
Yeah. Like Mark said, my kids love the Goonies. I don't know if mine's watched them actually. That'll be a good movie to try and occupy them with during lockdown on like a Saturday afternoon when it's like chucking it down the rain.
Films. Yeah, like everyone loves it. It's one of those films where I could, I keep saying the lines before the actors say them or the characters say them.
Yeah, because it's to me, it's booty traps. I want booby. You mean booby traps? That's what I said. Booty traps.
Don't get racist.
Can you say that in 2020?
Row back on this one, Neil.
I'll just tiptoe back. Continue on with the chats.
Did you have like films like that you used to watch all the time? So I had Goonies on VHS that I taped off the TV. Yeah. So like honestly, like every Saturday or Sunday morning, or during the holidays, like every morning, I'd watch either one of the Indiana Joneses, the Goonies, one of the Star Wars films, or Good and Bad and the Ugly. Those films just on repeat every weekend.
See, for me, it was Return of the Jedi was one of the first movies. We never got a VHS until 1989 in our house.
What?
Yeah, 1989 was the first time we had a VHS. And one of the first things we taped, I think, the thing is, I've got liberated all the old VHS tapes from my mum's house before the end of the first lockdown. And I've tried to copy them over, but the software I had on my old PC doesn't work on this one. So there's a lot of them. It's like Empire Strikes Back. Well, that's later on. I think the first tape, I don't know if it's an Indiana Jones film. There is... what's it called? Return of the Jedi, and I think it's Rocky 2. Mm-hmm. And it's all around Christmas 1989. If you go back in the thing, it's like Christmas and Boxing Day 1989.
That's the thing. I can still, like, sometimes when I'm watching like a Star Wars film or something, like in my head, it gets to a certain scene, and I can almost tell you what like the adverts were from like 1986. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they're just still in my head from that VHS.
Well, that's the thing. That's where I've gotten a lot of the old. If you see my channel, I've got a lot of old adverts from like the 90s and everything. Now they're ones I've previously like downloaded on my old PC, and I've got all these now where I kind of get them onto me laptop at the moment. I need to buy a new one because I've got Me and You, where we're on It's a Knockout as well.
Yeah, classic 80s program, but we did it in the 90s.
Yeah. We didn't do it with Pervert Stuart Hall. We did it with the lovely Keith Chegwin, who got naked with his tiny cock.
Cheggers. Do you remember, like, we turned up for that? Like, you had to be there at like 5:30 in the morning or something stupid to film it. And he was already on a glass or something in his little paper cup and a huge cigar.
Yeah.
While doing the briefing in the morning for it. Yeah.
And can you not remember? We both smoked at the time, and all he done in the afternoon was bum fags off us.
Yeah.
He had proper nicotine fingers and he bummed fags off us all. Like
I did the.
When I say fags, I mean cigarettes. Not as if any Americans are in the chat. It wasn't men. It was cigarettes. He bummed cigarettes off us.
Well, eventually, so I did the sumo seat. So I had to climb up the mountain, down the other side, slide down the other side, and then run around this spinning disc trying to fill up a cylinder of water, and I could not get my feet. So me and the partner that I was with, I said, I'll just roll over and start tripping people out. So when you watch that back, all you see is me rolling around. I was pretending to stand up, but just knocking everyone else over. Yeah. And we won it. We won that event.
I remember that. and you won the last race.
The relay, yeah.
The relay race, the last one where we went round. I thought we won by the way, spoiler alert, but it did happen in 1999. 21 years ago, Jesus Christ.
Who was it? It was us. We were on the Sunderland team, and it was against North Tyneside or Newcastle, and then York, wasn't it?
York, yeah. And I can remember you went round the thing, you won it. I thought we won the overall thing, and at one point you see you crossing the line, going, "Yeah!" it cuts away back the race, and the next thing you know, there's like all the Sunderland team on top of you going, yeah, thinking we'd win it. Because I'm going, we've won, we're through. And everyone like piles on you, and I was wrong because
we were filming this in Newcastle.
Yeah,
so like we were on enemy territory as well. So we really thought we'd done it. And then didn't the person, it was like York fell over on like the scooter in the final bit. Like they fell over on the final straight, and the Newcastle person took over them.
And I thought we won.
That.
Yeah, would had an all expenses paid trip to, I think it was Milton Keynes. This final was held, but Lainey's saying she loves the Goonies. It was the golden age that doesn't. It was a classic that doesn't age. Sorry, Lainey, Joan has never seen the Goonies. That's Joan. You're as bad as Lainey and them who have never seen Star Wars. Your homework for next week, Joan, is to go and find the Goonies and watch it. If you cannot find a copy of it, I'm positive Rich will have. I've seen his death pile of stuff he sells. He has loads of DVDs, so he'll have it there somewhere. If not, it's on Netflix Prime. Let's have a look. It's one of my faves. Oh my god, amazing films! One of my faves. Goonies is that film. I'll have to get it. Yep.
There's like nothing wrong with the Goonies. It's like it's a good film all the way through. Funny. Like good acting, like it's still funny now when you watch it.
Yeah. Lainey, I've just got fried green tomatoes. I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever seen fried green tomatoes. I've never seen it, sorry. Did you? I have no doubt you'll love it again. Right, I've never seen. Right, well, there you go. You've got loads of homework this week. You've got Star Wars New Hope, Empire Strikes Back and Return. You've got 4 films you need to watch this week. To be honest, I'm really crap at watching films because I've never seen Shawshank. Everyone hates us for that. And there you go. Rich has 7 copies of the Goonies, so sure we could do a good deal.
Nice.
You know what? Yes, they do, Lainey. Shh.
If we're going to run out of time for this one, can we just do 2 songs out of the last ones of this record?
Oh, hold on. What we're on to? Cyndi Lauper. Right. Quickly, can I just go over Cyndi Lauper?
Go on.
Before I go over that, Mark.
It's your live stream. Do what you want.
Mark Powerbird, I'm off to bed. See you next time. Thanks for joining us, Mark, again. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming on when there's some Geordie people on telly or whatever doing something with celebs. I don't know what they're called. But thanks for joining the Macams. Yeah, away the lads. Oh, that's lovely, Richard. That's amazing. No, I can't bring myself to watch Star Wars. Go on.
Cyndi Lauper. You were going to say something like Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper. Sorry. Cyndi Lauper. So in this video, you see a dad's played by someone called Captain Lou Albano. Now, Captain Lou was from the WWF, the wrestling. And around this time is when it's like Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania come about. Because it was
when it really became like world commercial.
Oh, it become massive because this is when it become
when they bought up all the small franchises.
Yeah, the sport like WWF ended up going across. It was like all localized, and they bought everyone. They become massive, and then they got people like Muhammad Ali involved, and Liberace was at the first one. Mr. T was there, but Hulk Hogan come big, and it was what was known as the rock and wrestling era. Now this is when Hulk Hogan come in, but it's called rock and wrestling because Captain Lou Albano, who stars in this video, got talking to like I don't know if it was a producer or someone, but it ended up being Cyndi Lauper's partner, I think, and he wrote a lot of music for the wrestlers who entered the wrestling rings. And then Captain Lou starred in this video, and then Cyndi Lauper got involved. She was at WrestleMania 1. She'd done an MTV special which was called War to Settle the Score, which at the time, like MTV was just new and up and coming, seen as funk and hip and happening, like TV station. So there was War to Settle the Score. She started that. But yeah, this is the reason why Captain Lou Albano is in the video as well. Bit of trivia for you.
Nice.
Also, what I've wrote down here, she can't seem to dance. She's a terrible dancer, and she seems like a bit of a she would be a nightmare date. She seems like the type of like lass who you went on a date with, and she would be like, "Oh, she's had too much drink." She would be like, "Ah," because she's in that video. She just seems a nightmare. So, and as well, there's one of the back and women dance who keeps on going like this, like doing all this Egyptian dancing, and it's like, why are
Mate,
you
they're
doing?
just trying stuff out. They're rifting.
Oh, she's terrible. She just keeps on going like this all the time in the background, and it's just like,
You've
stop
seen
it.
some of our dancing.
You're
to
not
be fair.
it's not walk like an Egyptian. Yeah, but at least you had rhythm clapping your fingers and getting blisters. She's just going like this all the time, and it's just terrible. So did you want to move on to
If you were going
Tracy
to pick 2 more songs out of that, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. If you were going to pick 2 off that, what would be your 2 songs that you would pick?
Well, can we go for Tracy Ullman?
Yeah, yes, we can.
And then I don't know which one
Hot
do you want to
chocolate.
pick?
Hot chocolate.
Well, you can pick Hot Chocolate because I've not really got much to say about that.
Just, it's a good song. The Tracy Ullman, of course, My Guy's Mad at Me, then taken on by Madness, the song.
Madness done it first, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a much better song by Madness.
Yeah. See, I only know this, but I didn't know that even Tracy Ullman done this song.
No, me neither. Although, like I said to you last week, I thought Tracy Ullman was the artist who did the bed thing. So I was surprised she even popped up last week on the.
Yeah, so she seems to be doing well out of now. That's what I call music. But as well, have you seen the video for it?
No, not on this one.
Oh, there's a part in the video where it's about, well, I've said 1 minute 40-ish. They do like a dance routine. It seems like on a walkway outside, and it looks like it's been raining. But
Yeah.
there's a load of kids there's about 4 or 5 kids in the background, like taking the piss out of them dancing, right? And I think they've tried to do the tape that many times, and it's been raining. And they're thinking, we're going to have to wrap this up. Just do it and just let them take the piss in the background, because these kids are like trying to do the dance routine. Then there's a couple of them who aren't doing the dance routine.
Yeah, I'm watching it now. Yeah, amazing.
Who just seem to be taking the mick. And I just think they've had a long day of filming. It's been pissing down the rain. They just want to get off set.
Those tower blocks as well. They look like every tower block from the like 70s in every sort of northern English town, don't they?
Yeah, that's the thing as well. But as well, there's that part where she's like dancing. Then all of a sudden, Neil Kinnock pops up in the video.
Huh? Oh,
Neil Kinnock pops up, and you're like, what the fuck? But at this time, I wonder if there was an election, because wasn't it around this time that Kevin Everett popped on stage at the Tory party with like big hands? So I think it was. I wonder if it was like a comedian off where we've got Kenny Everett. Oh, we've got Trace Ullman. Well, he's on stage. Well, I'm starring on our video. You know what I mean? It was just like tit for tat between Maggie Thatcher and Neil Kinnock.
Yeah, that's mad. That I'm watching it now with Neil Kinnock, and he's not even doing much. He's literally trying to ignore them and have his breakfast.
Yeah, he's ignored, and he turns around and just laughs at her. And
he's got proper like old-fashioned Walkman headphones on as well.
Yeah, with the orange like spongy foam things, and it's mental.
And then last song on that, I like the Hot Chocolate one. That's all I've got from it. I just liked it.
You just like the Hot Chocolate one? Well,
yeah, it was catchy.
I'll jump to the Hot Chocolate one, but don't worry, we will go over the other ones. But what I've got for Hot Chocolate is I've never really heard of it. I've never heard of this song, and it starts off the drums on it start off like the drums off Baby Jane. No, Rod Wurzel Stewart.
Yeah.
It starts off like that, and then but the whole song doesn't seem anything. But I've never really. It's not one of their popular ones. It's not like
no, it was the one that they were hoping would be a hit. But I know the song and it's quite catchy. Yeah. But just not a problem. But according to the video on YouTube. You know, the one that you've posted up there, it doesn't actually have a video. It's just a cover of the Hot Chocolate album. Got the very best of Hot Chocolate.
Yeah.
I think we all only know one song. Like, how can it be the very best? Also,
I
you
know.
win again. That sounds like an Alan Park thing.
Oh,
So you
hold
win
on. I know
again.
3. I was just going to say I know 2, but I know 3 because there's You Sexy Thing.
Yeah.
It started with a kid. Yeah. And
No, it
then
would end up like this.
Don't make me do you. And then what's the other one you just mentioned? So
you win again.
Yeah. So
Weirdly, we're just singing all those songs to the same tune.
yeah. To be honest, we have warned people. We have no musical talent. We don't really know music ourselves. So, but yeah, I'll quickly go through the comments. Don't worry if you aren't subscribe. Click the bell icon, and you'll be informed next week when we go through the rest of the songs on this album, and probably get it through another third of them. But yeah, what's that? Lane. Oh, hold on, Laney. We need to get together and watch all these films. Sit Neil until he sees Shawshank. Have you seen Shawshank Redemption, Stu?
Yeah.
Okay, only me then.
And read the
Yep,
book it's based on. And
okay, right. Sounds like a plan. We can do them watch party things via Facebook. Let us know how you do one of them, and I might join in.
you could
Laney,
do a watch along.
yeah, watch along. Yeah, we could do a watch along. Break My Stride is weirdly epic. Laney, you will have to wait till next week to see how epic that is. And I'm sure you'll be back. And this one, I have some things. Joe Fagan, classic song and TV show. Do you know what he's talking about, Stu?
No.
Living all right. That's living all right.
Oh, what? The Off-Reader song?
Oh, for you to say, and that is on
Yeah.
this album. Yep. I would assume it does. Do you want to have a look? Oh, what a show! My brain isn't working, Keith. Yeah, Arvida's in Pet Laney. Yeah, what is it called? It's Arvida's in Pet. I guess Neil ain't realised. I have realised. I'm just waiting on next week. There's going to be a big build up. We'll have more people in next week.
That's what she said.
Yep. And I stopped going to my local youth club due to that TV show. I don't know what you mean, Keith. I don't
It's
know
a
if I'm missing
knockout.
something. I don't know. But yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone joining. Yeah, rearrange them words, put them in an order, and you'll come up with thank you very much, everyone, for joining, watching along, communicate in the chat. Thanks, Laney, Joan, Keith. Let's go. Rich from Nice Life, Mark, you've already gone to bed, but thank you. And I'm up to Bill, and I know he's gone. Right, and thanks for Stu for joining us. Anyone else who I haven't mentioned, Laura, thank you as well. I've seen you in the chat. We'll be here again next week. All them poor people missing out on these music because of some Geordies. Exactly. Follow the Macnams, not the Geordies. How are the lads and all that stuff.
See you later.
So yes, we'll see you later. Thanks very much. Look out for more videos this week. I think I've got some more adverts. Got a world coin hunt. Probably not interest a lot of yous. I do it because I don't know why. But yes, stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, click that bell icon, and everything and all that jazz.
And tell everybody.
Yeah, tell everyone. Tell all your friends how cool we are. Better than that.
We would like to get to 30 for next week.
Yeah, I think we got up to 23 this week, which was one better than last week. And we're competing against the Geordies.
Yeah.
So goodbye with Live Aid on my hand.
Ciao.
See you later.